guys, welcome back to another video, and today, as you can see, I'm in a completely different setting. I'm in a capsule hotel over in Berlin, Germany, and doing a bit of travel at the moment over in Europe, and I thought I would make a video on my top 4 travel flashlights. And I think when you're traveling, it's always important to have a flashlight on you. I've been using it in this capsule hotel, so at night it's just pretty dark. The lights they keep out outside are very dim, so just to have a small light on you so that you're not disturbing anyone is pretty important. Also, if you're walking around at night doing a bit of sightseeing, the light does come in handy at times. And I always look for a light that has, I guess, the most amount of functionality, but still, is quite practical to carry around. So let's have a look at the lights that I've brought with me. And I've brought quite a few lights because I did plan on making this video, and I was thinking, geez, there's probably a few different versions people could find useful. So yeah, depending on your circumstances. And the first one here is the Wuben X3. Trying to get the camera into focus. And this is a light that I've had for quite some time now. Get the camera to focus in, okay? And it's a multi-purpose flashlight. So you've got this rotating head here, so you can rotate it, faces this way and faces upwards like this. So you can use it as a conventional flashlight, and then you can use it as a flashlight that you clip onto your bag, clip onto your pocket. I find this pretty useful when I'm traveling. I'll stick this onto the front of my bag, one of the bag straps, and just be able to walk around, use the light hands-free. And there's a bunch of different modes, so sort of click and hold. There's low, medium, high, and then there's a turbo mode, which is really bright. And this one's got high CRI LEDs in there as well. Make it much easier to recognize different colors. It's a little bit warmer as well, the beam. Now there is also a red beam, so you've got to press and hold down. Okay, there's a 1 lumen mode, and there is a 80 lumen mode here. So I find in this capsule hotel, if I turn off the light, oops, it's, you can't really see on camera, but it's just enough to get by at night with the 1 lumen mode. That's the 80 lumen mode, illuminates everything. But the 1 lumen mode's just enough, before I'm going to bed, that kind of thing. If you're in a hotel room, you probably get by as well with the 1 lumen mode, just close by, objects nearby to you. It doesn't consume that much power. So turn everything back on again. So yeah, it's got a wireless charging port there. Okay, not a port, but it's a induction pad. So you can actually use your phone, if your phone has reverse charging, to charge this thing up. Though it does come with a charging case that recharges the light 3 to 4 times, pretty handy. USB-C charge as well. It can be used as a power bank to power your other devices. So when you're traveling, it's just so much more convenient than having to worry about charging a device separately. Just charge that case up and slot the X3 back in, and as you can see, starts charging. There's this little diffuser on top as well, so if you want to use the light with a more diffuse beam, you have that option. Normally use this with the white light. The red light, I don't mind. I just point it, ceiling bounce, and yeah, it does the trick. But with the white light, because it is pretty bright and blinding, I do find this diffuser to be quite handy. So my version is made of aluminium. There's a few different versions available, and I would say probably the only thing that I have noticed that bugs me a bit is just the battery. When you're using it on the higher modes, so if you're using it, especially on the white mode, anything above 50 lumens, it doesn't last all that long. So you probably get, I think, a couple of hours on high and 1.5 hours on turbo. But if you're using it on the medium mode, so 50 lumens and below, yeah, you're going to get some decent runtime out of it. Okay, so yeah, it just depends what you're using this for. If you're using it for, something that's going to illuminate the entire path wherever you're walking, maybe you're hiking or something like that. It's probably, it's probably not the best in terms of yeah, a high-powered flashlight. Another thing I've noticed as well is that you can actually use the light while it's charging, okay, but you can only use the lower modes. So yeah, that's another option if you do want sustained output. But all in all, it's probably one of my favorite travel flashlights. So I'll put that away on the side, and I'll show you my second flashlight that I have installed. So this is the Acebeam Terminator M2, and this is also another multi-function flashlight. So you've got, I've got to unlock this thing, so you can see here that little light's flashing on the side. Yeah, just got to press and hold it, and it will unlock eventually. Okay, so now it's on moonlight mode, and there's a whole bunch of different settings on this. Okay, I think it's eco, low, medium, high, and then you've got a turbo mode like that. Really bright flashlight. Takes an 18650 cell. Okay, and another thing you can do is that you can access a bunch of auxiliary modes. So press and hold the, oops, get the camera to focus, but press and hold the back button, and then you can see here there is this kind of red mode, or multicolour changing mode, but you press and hold again and it goes to red. So you constant on red, constant on green, blue. You've got a blinky mode as well to attract attention, and an SOS mode, and then it just cycles back. And surprisingly, the red mode is pretty good if you want to read in the dark and you don't want to upset your night vision. That and the green mode's pretty good. Whoops. So I've just activated the other mode here, but this is the spotlight mode. So you can see on the side of the light there is a little switch there, and you can switch between spotlight and floodlight mode. So the spotlight mode, as you can see, produces a really intense circular beam. This thing reaches up to 500 meters. So I find this to be such a versatile flashlight. You can use it up close, long range, and it's so easy to switch between the modes. You can even activate both spot and flood mode at the same time, with 3000 lumens, I believe. So yeah, really versatile flashlight. I mean, the auxiliary modes are, a godsend as well, especially that green and the red auxiliary mode. I use those in the dark a lot. And if you have a look at the battery, comes with this 18650 battery, and it's got a charging port in it. So that's really important for me when I'm traveling. So that the light can be recharged easily through USB-C port, because the light itself does not have onboard charging. So yeah, but it's difficult to find lights that have this spot and flood dual mode. So yeah, got to be one of my favorite lights to travel around with. But I would say that one thing that bugs me is, carrying it around with you can be a little bit cumbersome. Okay, it's not the smallest flashlight, and if you compare it to my next light I'm going to talk about, the Convoy S8, it's probably a little more than double the width of it, I suppose. Okay, but fitting it in your pocket though, I mean, for a light that does all this stuff, is actually not too bad, because it's still around the same diameter, the bezel diameter anyway, as the S8. Okay, it just takes up more width in your pocket. Okay, but that's just what you're going to get if you want that dual flood and throw beam. So move on to that next one, the Convoy S8. So my trusty Convoy S8, and I can't believe I found out about this light so late in the game. And I've got the version here with a CSL PM1 F1, so it's a green PM1 or Osram W2 LED, and this light is an absolute powerhouse. It has such ridiculously long throw. I think I measured about 600 meters, close to 600 meters of range with a tiny little bezel diameter like that. And for me, this is a great long-range light, easy to fit in your pocket, green, so it doesn't bug, or it doesn't bug me as much anyway with my night vision, but can also be used as a potential emergency light to get attention for self-defense as well, just given that really high candela. Inexpensive, so I believe these used to sell for about maybe 20 bucks Australian, so pretty much anyone can get one of these. Now, the only issue is that it doesn't come with a lot of accessories, so I've put on a deep carry clip on there. I've also got another battery, just one of these Next Torch batteries here, and it does come with the battery port, charging port on there as well, so it allows me to charge the battery on the go, so really important. But apart from that, you know, it's got to be one of my favorite lights, tail switch as well, so yeah, one of my favorite lights to bring along with me. I would say, like, if you're thinking about using a light that's close up though, this is probably not the best light, but you can always lower it down to see the 0.1 and 1% mode, which will give you decent light to use up close. But yeah, it's going to be more concentrated in the center. Okay, so the last light I want to talk about is this one here, the RovyVon E8. Don't know why the camera's just struggling to focus on stuff, but yeah, the RovyVon E8. And I reviewed this one some while ago in the past, and one of the best things I like about this light is that it takes a backup cell. So I put an alkaline cell, AAA alkaline cell in here, and as well as that, it does have a, I think it's a, I don't know, 450 milliamp hour cell. Okay, so it doesn't last as long, definitely in the higher modes. You do see a lot of these sort of keychain lights out there do not have this replaceable battery option. So normally at home I'll use nickel metal hydride, but I didn't want to bring a nickel metal hydride charger or another battery charger with me. So, you know, alkaline cells, especially AAA, AA cells, are very easy to find all over the world, and, you know, last for ages in this light. Now this is a kind of do-it-all keychain light, so you've got the two white LED modes here, and you can just sort of cycle and go to the highest mode there, which is really bright. Look at the hotspot on that as well. For a light of this size, it really packs a punch. You can switch between the two batteries, so I'll turn it off. A couple of lights here on the front that indicate when it's just switched over to that auxiliary battery. Okay, and then we can go to the different modes, and it's not as bright as you can see the other modes when you're using the alkaline cell, but it's going to last longer, and more importantly, it's going to keep this thing alive when you run out of juice, when it hasn't been charged. Now the charging is pretty easy to charge the internal lithium polymer cell, so you just have to plug in a USB-C cable there to the side. Okay, pretty basic. And as you can see as well, there are some special auxiliary lights there on the side, and I'll get that going. So that's then basically one of the yellow white lights on the side. It's kind of yellowish actually. And there's two modes actually, just low and high. Great for close-up use, even walking at night. You'll find the high mode, you know, sufficient for a meter or two seeing around you. But the cool thing is that it does have this awesome red light mode. So there's flashy, blinky, there's the constant on red mode, and then you've got that kind of bike blinker like mode as well. Plus, you have a UV mode as well. So it's just 365 nanometer UV mode. You know, if you're checking your hotel rooms, the stains and stuff like that, you know, and God knows what, this could be pretty helpful. And yeah, I guess that is pretty much it. Oh, the other thing I wanted to talk about as well, I forgot to mention, with my Convoy S8, I actually bring along another head So this is the head from the Convoy S2, which fits on as well, and it comes with the Chia 519A 3000K really warm LED. So if I actually want to have a more floody LED on option, I mean, that just fits in a coin pocket really. You can bring that along with you, screw it onto the head, and of course it's white so it looks a little bit funny, but check that out. You know, now I've got this really nice rosy white light, so it saves you from bringing around a couple of flashlights, but you get, you know, different options as well. So yeah, I hope this video has helped you, and yeah, I guess these are my personal lights that I would pick. You know, I have over 100, probably close to 200 flashlights now, can't remember, but yeah, you know, when it comes down to it, these are the ones that I would pick and have picked when I'm traveling. But if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below and I will get back to you. I'm sure there's some burning questions from some of you. But other than that, yeah, if you like the video, do me a favor, click the like button, share it with a friend, helps me to get it out to more people. And yeah, if you want to see more little videos like this, I know this one's a bit different from my other videos because it's kind of travel / flashlight related, but yeah, let me know. Catch you next time.